Good morning guys, welcome back. Today's activity is all about hand-eye coordination and quick coaching points, things to think about when we're doing the activities. So our eyes on the ball and hands out ready and being in a good ready position. So the first activity, all we're going to be doing is some catching. All you need is a tennis ball or a small ball. If you haven't got one of those, you can use a large ball. That's absolutely fine. Similar to the activity we started with yesterday, just throwing the ball up and keeping our eyes on the ball. Make sure that our hands are out ready. If that's too tricky for you, you can use two hands to throw and catch. If you really want to challenge yourself, you can use your weaker hand and catch with your weaker hand as well. The next activity, we're going to be throwing the ball to the floor, letting it bounce, and then we're going to catch the ball as it comes back up. Throwing the ball down with one hand, catching with two. That'll be the first part of the challenge. If you want to make it a little bit trickier, you can use one hand, catching with your stronger hand. If you want to make it even harder, just use your weaker hand. If you're good at those, maybe you can alternate which hand you're using. Making a V with where you're throwing the ball from, to where it's hitting the floor, to where you're catching it with your opposite hand. So for the next activity, we're going to be using the wall and the ball that we've been using already. And this is where we want to be using our ready position. So our stance, we want to make sure our knees are bent, so then we can react to where the ball is going to be for us to catch. We want to aim for a spot on the wall. What we're going to do with an underarm throw the ball at the wall and catch. If you want to make this harder, you can just use one hand. Like the other activities, you can use your weak hand. If you want to make it even trickier, it might be that you're a little bit closer to the wall, and maybe you can throw the ball a little bit faster. If you want to make it easier for you, move away from the wall, so you've got more time to react. The next activity, what we're going to be doing, with an overarm throw, we're going to be throwing the ball down, so it bounces on the floor. Then it's going to deflect onto the wall, then it will deflect back out towards you. If you want to be catching with two hands to make it easier, if you want to challenge yourself, use one hand, maybe use your weaker hand. If you found those activities really easy, maybe you want to try these next activities. A ball in each hand, we're going to throw the right side first and catch, and the left and catch. Maybe you want to challenge yourself even more, doing both balls at the same time. And for a further challenge, this is the juggling challenge. So with both balls, what we're going to do is we're going to throw one ball, it's going to hit the wall, it's going to bounce on the floor. Just as it bounces, you're going to release the second ball, and you're going to keep alternating that and continually moving them, just like so. Keeping your eyes on the ball. And to give yourself a bit more time to react to the next ball, try and throw the ball a little bit higher. If you want to challenge yourself, try and throw it a little bit lower at the wall. The next activity is a reaction challenge. You will need both balls and you'll need another person for this activity. Maybe using a sibling or maybe an adult in your household. They will be standing with both balls, they'll have them out like this. And what they're going to do is they're going to drop one of the balls and you're going to react to move quickly to catch the ball. If you're catching the ball after one bounce, very good. If you want to make it a little bit easier for you, let the ball bounce a couple of times. If you want to make it more challenging for yourself, maybe you could step further away. If you want to make it easier, step a little bit closer. Always allow one bounce, at least one bounce before you catch. So look like this, there will be one ball dropped, and then what you will do is you'll step forwards, ball bouncing once or twice, and then catch. If you want to catch with both hands, that's going to make it easier for you. If you want to make it challenging, then catch it with one. Next activity, and our final activity, is another reaction challenge. What you're going to be doing with your partner is you will be stood facing the same direction as your partner, but your partner will be stood behind you and they will have the ball. what you're going to be doing is concentrating out in front of you. Make sure you're in a good ready position so your knees are bending, your feet are apart, one foot in front of the other, and make sure you're ready to spring when you see the ball going over your head. As it goes over your head, you're going to react, you're going to move forwards, and you're going to try and catch the ball. If it bounces once and then you catch, fantastic. If you need it to bounce a couple of times, then that's absolutely fine as well. To make it trickier, your partner behind you could throw it lower, just over your head. If you want to make it easier for yourself, then you could throw it a little bit higher, so it gives you more chance and more time to react to catching the ball. So you'll be looking forwards, the ball will go over your head. As you see it, move forwards and try and catch with one hand. If you want to make it easier for yourself, catch with both hands. Thank you for joining me on all these activities. I've really enjoyed them. Hope you've had a great time. And I really look forward to seeing you all next year, whereas today we would probably be having a water fight or actually doing the bouncy castles. Have a great rest of the summer, guys, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye bye.